Thank you, Senator Kennedy. Senator Reid.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Attorney General. Let me return to your March 24th letter to the Judiciary Committee, and along the lines of Senator Leahy. You quote the special prosecutor, the Director Mueller, with respect to the allegations of obstruction of justice, and you say, while this report does not conclude that the President committed a crime, it also does not exonerate him, which raises a question in my mind. Did the special counsel find probable cause that a crime had been committed?
I'm not going to characterize his report. The report will speak for itself, and that's why I want to get it out.
Well, then let me just follow up.
But I think my letter says that he did not find a crime was committed.
No, I understand that, but it's, I think, important to note that you took his language and said, I did not find a crime, but I can't exonerate the President. That suggests that there's a possibility that probable cause existed for a crime. However, someone, either Director Mueller or yourself, made a determination that the evidence would not be beyond, could not convince a jury beyond a reasonable doubt, or that the policy of the department was not to charge the President because of the constitutional issue of impeachment. So this is again, I'm trying to understand why not only Director Mueller said this, but you repeated it, that the President was not exonerated from the obstruction of justice allegations.
As I explained yesterday, I was trying to state just the bottom line conclusions and not characterize it or try to summarize the report beyond just stating its bottom line conclusions. And I thought the best way of doing that was taking that language from Mueller's report.
Well, let me sort of turn the question around. If there was no evidence, probable cause, then I would presume he could have said very clearly that there was no crime committed, that he could, in fact, exonerate the President, as he seems to have done with the allegations of conspiracy between the campaign and Russia.
I think that sentence says he didn't find, he's not finding that there was a crime, and he's not exonerating. I'm not going to sit here and try to characterize his reasoning or his report. That's why it's important to get the whole report out instead of trying to read these little teeth.
No, I absolutely.
Probable cause is a very low standard for determining when you start investigating something. A lot of things have probable cause.
I understand that, but I think it's important. I agree with you completely. It's important to get the whole report out to the American public, because there are serious questions that we've just gone back and forth on, and your response, I think, is very critical. Those questions aren't going to be resolved until the American people see this report, not sections of it, not paraphrases of it, but this entire report. Let me just quickly ask another question, which is, do you have any specific evidence that there was anything improper in the counterintelligence investigation by the FBI, or anything improper in the way the investigation was carried out by the special counsel with respect to the 2016 election? Do you have any evidence?
I'm sorry, there was a compound question.
Compound question. There was a counterintelligence investigation by the FBI with respect to the 2016 election involving primarily the Trump campaign. There was the investigation by Director Mueller into the 2016 campaign and other issues. Have you any evidence that there was anything improper in those investigations?
I have no specific evidence that I would cite right now. I do have questions about it.
So this panel you're putting together is...
I'm not putting together a panel.
So you just have some interest in this. You don't have any evidence?
I have concerns about various aspects of it.
Do you believe that the investigation that Director Mueller undertook was a witch hunt or illegal, as been asserted by the President?
As I said during my confirmation, it really depends on where you're sitting. If you are somebody who is being falsely accused of something, you would tend to view the investigation as
well, you're sitting as the Attorney General of the United States with the constitutional responsibility. So if you could answer in that regard.
Well, I'm not going to characterize it is what it is. You know, Mueller and his team conducted an investigation and are issuing a report. I'll use my own adjectives.
You can use your own adjectives, and those I don't assume include witch hunt or or illegal. Is that correct? Those would not be in your answer.
I haven't referred to the...
Thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.